Hey traders, I'm going to give you an update on my VIX trade for you guys that have been following me. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so I want to give you guys an update on my VIX trade. I was screaming for the last couple of months. I've been screaming VIX and screaming VIX and screaming VIX. VIX, 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 VIX. And you guys know, right? I've been talking about VIX for the last couple of months. And the reason why is because I just realized it was a good time to get in, and I may not. And for me, it was just a matter of time before the VIX spiked again, and I was going to do well. So, looking at, I've got a big, massive 2 liter bottle of water with me right now. So keeping that hydration up is critical, guys, especially when you're sit in front of the screen sometimes all day, like me, when I've got so much to do, and I'm also really busy trying to help my private clients as well too. So, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I would not have my life any other way. Actually, in fact, I could just record videos all day. I just love it. Anyway, so let's actually get straight into this VIX trade, and let me talk about this here. Some of you guys are saying, is it too late to get into VIX? I am not going to give you recommendation on when you should get into VIX and when you shouldn't get into VIX, because that's totally up to you. But on my overall view of the market, I think that there's a smart time to get into trades, and there's a not a smart time to get into trades. So for example, I was looking at Bitcoin recently, and I said Bitcoin is a bad time to get into the market because the market had already taken off to the high side, just absolutely took off to the high side. So so therefore, to me, the market already took off too much. We're expecting a pullback, and we actually did. We got a 10% pullback. So that's what I'm saying through there. So for me, these bubbles through here is when I actually bought the VIX. Now I got into. Let me actually bring here. I got into. So I got into the VIX here. That was the first trade. And then the market just went sideways and sideways and sideways. And then the market dropped here, and I got in on one of these days here. I got in down here as well too. And then I got in on, it was actually probably one of these days through here, if I was going to be honest with you guys, somewhere around about there. So the reason why I got down to there is because I knew every time I got down to this 13 level, that's where it was finding that good support. And I just kept buying it and buying it and buying it and buying it and buying it. Because I knew eventually we were going to get a month where the Dow Jones and the S&P are going to start to break out and be a lot more volatile, and this thing was just going to go poof. So now you can see the market's actually dropped back down, and now it's actually heading back up again as well too. This trade's been an amazing trade for me so far. This is just I'm just really happy with this trade overall. It's like I could not be any happy. The thing about trading the VIX is that I have like literally 90% of my trades with long-term expirations. We're talking like 5-6 months. That when I actually bought it, I think like September, October expiration. So that's obviously another couple of months away. And so that's what I'm looking at. So that's the key to trading the VIX. And the second thing is trading the VIX when it actually gets down to this $12 to $13 level. That's where I was happy buying it and buying it and buying it. Now I do have one trade. I do have one trade at $35 right now. It's a shorter term option. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but that's more of a higher risk option. If I'm right, I'm going to make a lot of money. And if this market keeps spiking up through here over the next couple of weeks, that option up here is going to do really well. If I'm wrong, that's okay. It was a higher risk, higher return strategy, but my safe and my bulk of my money on my VIX is down the bottom here as well too. So for me guys, I honestly think over the next couple of months, the VIX is going to be back up at 40, 50 at some time. Maybe even more if we start to get things to unravel the way that I think that they may. Just because I said that does not mean you simply buy the market because you think it's going to go up. There's two different things. I think the market's going to go up. Okay, cool. Now we need a good time to enter. When was a good time to enter? When the market was down at 12, 13, not now when it's up at 21. To me, that doesn't sound like a smart choice, because guess what? The market could retrace, and it could retrace back down to 14 again. And if it does do that, guess what I'll be doing? I'll be buying some more, because eventually we will get back up to 30, right? We just will get back up to 30. So, or we don't have to, but but to me, the probabilities of this market rallying up is what's going on there. So anyway, guys, that's a little update on my VIX trade. Some people ask me about the VIX and what's happening with that trade and stuff like that. I'm still in it. I just see this market continue up higher. These trades here, I got into these blue dots here is when I bought the VIX. I bought in the money options, and then one of my trades I bought out of the money options. More of a higher return, higher risk. If it does work out, great. If it doesn't, then that's okay as well too. Because the bulk of my big trades that I've got on, we're talking big trades that I've got on, are in the money options. So really nice through there. So, and just a leaving thought that just came to my mind, guys, is that I hope you realize that trading the market through the year, you don't need to have a lot of good trades to trade well. You just gotta have those setups that are like, wow, this is really good. See, what a lot of people do is, and especially if you're trading strategies where it can be quite high risk, high return. What a lot of people do is they say, okay, let me actually trade 1% of my account on this one here, because if I'm wrong, then I'm not gonna be down too much. Now that's actually good if you're trading directional. If you're trading directional, then that's actually good, because I think that's good money management. One to say 5% per trade, and with good stop loss management within that trade as well too. But if you're trading, what I like to do is I actually have a non-directional trading strategy, WBS for you guys that know, and then also have a VIX trading strategy. With these VIX trades, I'm happy to put as much as 50% return, 50% of my account on one trade. And then maybe load it up to 55 and this one here, and then maybe load it up to 75 and this one here, and just keep loading up and loading up. You know what I mean? Now that's obviously exaggerating, but what I'm saying is I'm happy to put on 20, 30, 40% on 20, 30, 40% on one trade, say on here. Now I didn't. I got into right about 30% on my account here. Then I loaded up and then it went from 30% up to 50%. And then this one here went to 65% here as well too. And then this one here put it up to about 70% of my account, I think it was, on these one trades. But I'm not telling you to do that, guys, right? I'm not telling you to do that. I was quite happy because I knew that overall, the long term, I might be down maybe 10, 20, maybe 30% overall. I was happy with that risk. But I was also happy with the potential of this market simply taking off like it's done, and all of these trades, this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here, are all now very nicely in the green, and they're doing really nicely. But I would not have done that, guys. I would not have done that if it wasn't for like a VIX trade. If it was just a directional trade, then we're placing like you see some of my directional plays you've seen in the past. That's only like 5% of my account on every given one trade, because that's more of a higher return, higher risk. The VIX trade for me was like literally, it was the lowest risk trade I've seen in a long time, because I knew it may take a couple of months, but I knew the VIX was going to start spiking again, volatility was going to get in the markets, and then I was going to be happy. That's the reason why I was happy to put on more and more money per trade with this, because I knew eventually the VIX wasn't going to stay down here at 14 to 15 to 16. It just wasn't going to. What's happening in the economy right now? So therefore the market took off. So I'm not telling you what to do. I am not telling you that. I was happy with having a 20 or 30% risk on the entire position here, if all said and done. You know what I mean? So and I was happy with that risk. But I was also happy, and I was also very confident based on how the markets work, to say we're likely to get a spike in that VIX. And that's exactly what we got out of it as well too. So I'm still in this right now, guys, and I still see we have a lot more upside to come. That may not be the case, but hey, I'm just going to keep monitoring it and managing it. Right now, I'm really nicely in profit with all these trades, and so there's no reason for me to get out yet, especially when I see what's coming up, what's happening over the next couple of months as well too. So there we go, guys. There's a bit of a VIX trade update. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.